Dale Carnegie, 8 Life-Changing Lessons from How to Win Friends and Influence People. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have a natural gift for winning the sympathy and trust of others? They don't have to force anything. They simply know how to connect, how to create bonds, and how to leave a positive mark wherever they go. But here's the secret. This isn't a gift. It's not innate talent. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and perfected. Today, we'll explore 8 timeless lessons from Dale Carnegie that remain as relevant today as when they were written. Get ready, because each one can change the way you relate to the world. Lesson 1. Never criticize, condemn, or complain. Carnegie begins with a principle that seems simple but is revolutionary. Criticism rarely generates positive change. When you criticize someone, that person's natural instinct isn't to reflect, it's to defend themselves. It's as if you've built a wall between you. Consider this: a boss who says, "You did everything wrong," creates fear and resentment. But a boss who asks, "How can we improve this process together?" opens the door for collaboration. Criticism destroys self-esteem, while understanding builds trust. This doesn't mean ignoring mistakes, but rather choosing the right way to approach them. Instead of complaining, offer alternatives. Instead of condemning, show empathy. A practical lesson: the next time you feel like criticizing, take a deep breath and ask, "How can I turn this into a learning opportunity, not an attack?" Lesson 2. Show genuine appreciation. We all carry an invisible need, the desire to be recognized. It's not flattery, it's not insincere. It's genuine appreciation. A simple thank you can change someone's mood. A specific compliment, "I admire how patient you were in that situation," has much more impact than a generic "good job." Carnegie warns, people can tell when praise is insincere. The key is sincerity. What's more, when you recognize someone's effort, you not only strengthen the bond but also encourage them to continue giving their best. Practical lesson: choose someone today, it could be a colleague, a friend, or even a family member, and express gratitude for something specific they did. Notice how their expression changes. Lesson 3. Awaken an intense desire in the other person. If you want to influence someone, it's no use just talking about what you want. Carnegie teaches that true persuasion happens when you connect your goal to the other person's desire. For example, if you want a colleague to participate in a project, don't say, "I need your help." Say, "This project could highlight your skills and open doors to future promotions." People are driven by self-interest, and that's not selfish, it's human nature. The key is to align what you propose with what the other person values. A practical lesson: before asking for something, ask yourself, what does this person have to gain from this? Lesson 4. Be genuinely interested in others. Carnegie states, everyone's favorite sound is their own name. This reveals something profound. We all want to feel important. But be careful, this isn't about superficial curiosity. It's about genuine interest. Asking questions, truly listening, remembering details. When you show you care, you create an immediate connection. Think about how you feel when someone remembers something you told them weeks ago. It's like saying, "You matter to me." A practical lesson: in your next conversation, ask more questions than make statements. Listen attentively and show that you value the other person's story. Lesson 5. Make the other person feel valued. Deep down, we all want the same thing: to be recognized as someone who makes a difference. Carnegie shows that the right word can change not only someone's day, but even the course of their life. Imagine a leader who says, "Your work was essential to the team's success." Or a friend who reminds you of your qualities when you doubt them yourself. These attitudes create deep and lasting bonds. What's more, when you value someone, they tend to value you back. A practical lesson: choose someone you admire and tell them clearly how important they are. Lesson 6. Avoid arguments. You never really win. Carnegie is blunt: the best way to win an argument is to avoid its star. Even when you win, the other person leaves feeling resentful. And resentment is poison for any relationship. Instead of trying to prove you're right, look for points of agreement. Replace "but" with "I see your point." This doesn't mean giving up your ideas, but rather choosing peace over ego. A practical lesson: the next time you feel an argument brewing, try saying, "You're right about art, and that makes me think." Lesson 7. Admit your mistakes quickly and honestly. Making mistakes is inevitable. But admitting a mistake is rare and powerful. When you acknowledge your flaws, you disarm criticism and earn respect. A simple "you're right, I made a mistake" has more impact than 1,000 excuses. Furthermore, admitting mistakes shows confidence. Confident people inspire trust. A practical lesson: the next time you make a mistake, own up to it immediately. You'll be surprised by people's positive reaction. Lesson 8. Start with praise before correcting. Giving feedback is an art. Carnegie teaches that before pointing out flaws, we should recognize strengths. This creates an environment of receptiveness. For example, "I admire your dedication, and I believe that if we improve this, your work will be even better." This way, the person doesn't feel attacked, but encouraged to grow. Practical lesson: when correcting someone, always start highlighting something positive. Final reflection. Dale Carnegie didn't just write a book on social techniques. He wrote a true manual of humanity. His lessons aren't magic formulas for manipulating people, but powerful reminders that, deep down, we all seek the same things: respect, recognition, understanding, and genuine connection. In an increasingly fast-paced world, where interactions often boil down to quick messages, likes, and automatic replies, stopping to apply these principles is almost an act of rebellion. It's choosing to be different. It's choosing to be human amidst the rush, selfishness, and superficiality. Think for a moment. How many doors have closed in your life because of a misplaced criticism, an unnecessary argument, or a lack of recognition? Now imagine how many doors could open if you started consistently applying just one of these lessons. Carnegie shows us that influencing people isn't about power, it's about impact. It's not about winning debates, but about building bridges. It's not about imposing ideas, but about inspiring change. And the beauty of that is that anyone can learn, no matter their age, profession, or personality. Every time you choose to listen instead of interrupting, to thank instead of complaining, to value instead of criticizing, you're shaping not only the way others see you, but also the way you see the world. You become lighter, more open, more capable of creating true connections. And perhaps this is the greatest lesson of all: life is made of relationships. Professional success, personal happiness, inner peace, it all depends on how we connect with others. So, as I conclude this video, I leave you with an invitation: don't see these lessons as just good ideas. See them as a personal challenge. Choose one of them and put it into practice today. Observe the reactions, notice the changes, feel the impact. Because in the end, true power isn't in imposing your will, but in inspiring trust, respect, and admiration. And when you learn to do this, you don't just win friends and influence people, you transform yourself. And of course, share it with someone who will also benefit from these ideas.